and welcome to another episode and the last episode here of the month at the Cavalier Family podcast show. Who's your daddy? Give us that loving. Listen, I got to make it a little bit more.
I like it. I'm fine with
it. I got to make it a little bit more awkward than last time, especially when you're going to throw up a heart like that.
That's true.
I mean, it's getting a little hot over here, but you throwing up that heart makes it a little bit hotter. So there you go. Ooh. Anyways, welcome to the Cavalier Family Show. This week is the last week of the month of 1955, where we will be discussing the top 5 movies of that year. Now, if you're new to the show, as you already know, every month is a different year. Every week is a different subject, starting off with TV shows, cartoons, music, and then ending with movies. There is no updates as of right now. The only thing that we ask of you is subscribe and follow us on all social platforms, as well as the bet is still going on. If you are watching or have seen the last video, if we get 1,000 views, Kevin will actually drive down here and actually film me getting smacked in the face 4 times by a tortilla. My wife will probably put the ketchup and mustard on there, just a little bit more theatrical effect to it. Yes. She would love doing that.
I like it.
But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and introduce everybody here. To my right, of course, we have the one, the only, the Mr. Rowe.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? All right, let's talk about it.
Is that a plug-in for the other show?
I think so.
On here?
It wasn't, but hey,
it can be now.
If you are familiar, Ro actually has his own show on the channel. It's Let's Talk About It. We did the topics as far as Uvalde. Then we also had a discussion about who cheat, or why is it more acceptable, society acceptable, cheating for men than women. So go ahead and check those, of course. And then down below me, of course, we have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the here. Let's go ahead and play some music in your ears, Mr. Kevin.
But I'm not going to turn it off. I think I did anyways. What's going on, guys? Yeah, this is my first research year for the podcast, and it's been pretty fun. So I'm ready to wrap this up with the movies. I think I did really awesome. I don't care what these guys think over here, down below, up above. I don't know where they're at. I know I did awesome.
Hey. You did a great fucking job. You did a great
man. Thanks, man.
You did a great job, bro.
Hey, it was beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Bloody fucking great.
You proved the family right. I don't know what the accent that was, but whatever.
Why go on in Jamaica? You know what we say? Great fucking job, Bridget.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways, as Kevin had just stated, actually, I forgot where I was going with this because we got in that topic, then we got subjected to a different topic. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and continue to the top 5 movies of 1955.
Back in time.
And welcome back to 1955, where we will be discussing the top 5 movies. Now, I did remember, thanks to Kevin, is the fact that we were talking about his work on the research. And of course, I'd like to thank Kevin Holmes, who did many of the intro and outro videos, Justin Dye, who did many of the musical elements, Stephen Dawson, who's done some research in the past for us, and of course, Kevin, who has done the research, the gentleman down below, who's done the research for this month, 1955. He's actually doing another research for another show. I'm not going to say what it was, but it does have to deal with in the year of 85. So he's doing another research on that. Of course, I'm doing research of 2002, so be on the lookout for those shows. And I can first off and say that Kevin is doing a wonderful job, doing a fantastic job, even as a first timer of doing research. I've had a lot more screw ups than he has. So just throwing it out there, Ro can attest to that. So there
I'm just here for the dark humor.
Oh God!
Here we go again. All right. So Anyways, let's get into a lighter aspect and let's not go down that road just quite yet because I'm a little fearful in what that direction may go. Oh, thank you for the heart. The top grossing movies of the comes from boxofficemojo.com. Some of the honorable mentions was Love is a Mini Splendored Thing. Another one is Galapagos, Love Me or Leave Me, The Trouble with Harry, I'll Cry Tomorrow. The first one actually comes from the Walt Disney Company. It did gross 66 million. As stated before in the top grossing cartoon, 7.3 is Lady and the Tramp. Obviously, if you guys want to know any information on that, I advise you to go listen to the top cartoons. And everybody knows the story of Lady and the Tramp. You know, Cocker Spaniel meets a mutt. Things happen. They have puppies, lovey-dovey, happy-go-lucky. No mom dies in this film. So
it is a plus.
Yeah, no mom actually dies in this film. However, one of the great little key factors here too is Walt Disney originally didn't want to include the Bella Notte, Bella Notte spaghetti eating scene. Now, one of the most iconic moments in the whole Disney cartoon, which, you know, is interesting because I'm glad that they kept it because, I mean, it's a little iconic. Go on a date with somebody, get married. I mean, it's something that's, I mean, they even have their own restaurant in Walt Disney World, which is delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
This isn't a plug-in for Walt Disney because they can afford their own stuff. However, if they want to sponsor it, I mean, I'd be more than welcome to have them sponsor the show. Would love to have them sponsor the show.
You're right, though. Think about how that is actually embedded into our lives. We're talking about something 70 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That spaghetti scene is something that we think about to this day. And it's something that like every young lover, even to this day, you know, there's a, you know, eat the spaghetti and, you know, I don't know. I'm a romantic, whatever.
But it's true though.
Yeah. First of all, wait. Okay, let's be honest here. If you're both eating spaghetti with a fork on one plate, there's no way that can happen.
Why not?
You got your own fork.
You ever eat family style, baby?
No.
Yeah, family style. You just put everything right in the middle of the table and you just go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're still using a fork.
Yeah, but if you use two forks, right? You got two forks coming in like this. You bring out the spaghetti. You eat one's eating one the other is eating one. There could be that little spaghetti that connects the two, right?
You guys are so magical.
I mean, let's face it.
You know,
I mean, let's face it. Some may have two, so for both forks, but me, I have both of them in my hand and just shoving that spaghetti in my mouth. So,
can we go over something right now? If you were to eat spaghetti, how would you do that? I need to see how do you hold a fork and how would you put it into your mouth?
Well, I use a fork and spoon.
Oh, you're fancy. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh.
I twirl it around on my spoon. Are you a shoveler? Is anybody here a shoveler?
Yeah.
No.
Spinning shovel.
Shoveler?
Okay, so if we ever get back together and we ever go out to eat with the wives and everything, we might, I don't know. Do not shovel your food into your mouth because my wife will make fun of you. She will 100% make fun of you, or she will say it to me when we leave on the car ride home. If you hold a fork like this and shovel it into your mouth.
Oh, no.
Okay.
If we're talking about
I've never seen anyone do that.
Yeah, they're called Neanderthals. That's who shovels food into their mouth like that. Okay. All right. We're good. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Just like that.
Not like this. No.
Jeez. Okay. I think if I seen somebody doing that in real life, I'd probably say something.
Erica says something every time. She will say something every time. She's a very nice person, but she cannot handle that. It's such a pet peeve of hers.
I'd be like, are you all right, my boy?
Yeah.
You okay?
My guy, you've been single a long time, haven't you?
You've never been in any family events, friends events? Mm-hmm. You've been alone all your life there, buddy?
So how are your little action figures on the, in the glass compartment and all around the wall and video games galore?
Yeah, I actually have all of these going
Yeah,
on
so
behind
do
me
I.
right now.
So do I.
It's starting to get a little personal.
I'm the only loser here.
Starting to get personal.
You're actually the only athletic one here. Okay.
First of all, I am athletic. Just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm not athletic. All right. All right. Let's just get that right out. Okay. I still go out and ride my dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff. All right.
Athletic.
Okay. I still go out there and
Hey, let him know. Talk to him.
yeah. You don't want me. You don't want me to back you down under the hoop, man. You don't want it to happen.
Hey, pause.
Post
I
up.
don't want you back it. Okay, there you go. I don't want nobody backing me.
That's how I get all those shots off. I'm always backing men into corners.
Hey, he throwing that
nobody's
shit down.
nobody's gonna
Hey,
guard
hold
me
up.
under the rim with me out there with those real short John Stockton shorts on. No one's gonna.
Hey, like that one movie, but he was like, fuck, I actually never seen the movie, but the line is very like popular where he's like, making it rain, dude. He hits like the fucking backboard. He's like not a great shooter.
Are you thinking of
What movie is
the comedic movies I could think of is either Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell,
Oh,
No.
White Men
movie
Can't
was
Jump.
Yeah.
No.
Was that Wesley Snipes and
Woody Harrelson.
mhm.
Jeez, what movie? What movie is that?
Well, while you look
Yeah,
up that
I'm
movie,
gonna look it up.
it looks like number 2 was Mr. Roberts. It was done by Warner Brothers. IMDb score is 7.6 out of 10. It grossed 21 million. Created by writers Frank.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
There was no basketball in that movie.
No. It was a bunch of beaches.
No, Along Came Polly.
Oh my God.
Sasquatch basketball.
Oh wow.
Along Came Polly.
I think I've seen that movie one time.
Same.
I've never seen it, but I've seen that that clip
Is that Jennifer Aniston?
several times.
No.
No, that was just
I've never
Polly
seen it.
with a parrot.
Well, Along Came Polly, because what was the other one? Because Along Came Polly was after there's another one with Cameron Diaz and Ben Stiller.
Oh,
Something About Mary.
Something About Mary. Yep.
So it was done by the same creators and same writers
For
Along
so it was
Came
goofy
Polly.
as shit.
Yeah.
Had to have been. Yeah.
So I've seen that movie once. So
A long time ago.
mhm.
Like when it first came out.
We gotta watch that. Making it rain. Doing break. I gotta watch that movie.
Oh Lord.
So let's see. The writers was also Joshua Logan, Thomas Hagen. In the waning days of World War II, the cargo officer of a Navy supply ship, chefs at its role far from the action in the Pacific backwater areas. His frustration rising when its captain denies the crew liberty over petty irritations. Starred Henry Fonda, James Cagney, William Powell, Jack Lemmon, or Lemon. It's fun fact is when John Ford met James Cagney at the airport, the director warned that they would tangle asses, quote unquote,
What?
which caught Cagney by surprise. The next day, Cagney was slightly late on set and Ford became incensed. Cagney cut short the imminent tirade, saying, and quote, when I started this picture, you said that we would tangle asses before this was over. I'm ready now.
What?
Are you? End quote. Ford backed down and walked away, and he and Cagney had no further conflicts on the set. Cagney later said, quote, I would have kicked his brains out. He was so damned mean to everybody. He was truly a nasty old man. End quote.
Yeah, those were a poor choice of words.
I looked up this and it was solidified many times over the internet that this was actually a real story. I had to check. Yeah, it was a real thing. So yeah, they did not have a good time on the filming of this set whatsoever.
Yeah, but tell them you gonna tangle asses? Like what?
Well, that's what I do when I post up, dude. I tell them I'm gonna tangle your ass. That's why I'm always free. Right under the net.
Yo. I'd have been like, bro, you can't be.
You just don't.
It was like,
tangling asses today and then saying that word back then, and saying that phrase back then is like a totally different thing. Tangle asses back then is like, oh yeah, we're gonna butt heads.
We're gonna fight.
We're gonna
like.
But today,
I mean that term has been around for butt heads.
Sure.
It has been along for a while. Like I would have used that. Yo, to be like, yo, we about to tangle asses. What, bro? What are you talking?
Did you say tickle? Did you say tickle?
Like, bro, I you know what? I don't think this is the movie role for me. Like,
yeah, I think I'm done, man.
Somebody comes up to you, Ro, I don't like how you be acting around here. I'm gonna tangle your ass.
I'd be like, you ain't tangling shit. I'm gonna shoot the shit at you.
I'm gonna tangle your ass so hard that you're not even gonna be able to walk.
What? Hey, yo.
See?
Nah, that's offensive. I am offended.
See? Like it just weird, like all these different words and different meanings back then. Like
that's like
things we can't say nowadays.
Do what?
Hold my tooth.
It's like two naked guys fighting. It don't make sense. Like,
baby,
what?
get my Vaseline. We about to tangle asses.
Okay, Ice Cube. So number 3, it looks like it was The Sea Chase, done by Warner Brothers. IMDb score is 6.4 out of 10. Grossed 12 million. Creators were directed John Farrow. John Farrow. He did Around the World in 80 Days. Writers were James Bella, John Twist, and Andrew Gear. As World War II begins, German fighter Captain Karl Ilrich tries to get his ship back to Germany through a gauntlet of Allied warships. Starred John Wayne, Lana Turner, David Farrer, Lyle Betger, Tab Hunter, James Arness. As the Second World War breaks out, German freighter Captain Karl Elrich is about to leave Sydney, Australia, with his vessel. The kind of word is this?
Ergenstrasse.
The Ergenstrasse. Elrich, an anti-Nazi but proud German, hopes to outrun or outmaneuver the British warship pursuing him. Aboard his vessel is Elsa Keller, a woman Elrich has been ordered to return to Germany safely, along with whatever secrets she carries. When Elrich fiercely Nazi chief officer Kirchner commits an atrocity, the British pursuit becomes deadly. Prior to the start of filming in Hawaii, John Wayne went scuba diving and developed an ear infection. As a result, he was in severe pain for much of the shooting. Many of the scenes could be shot only on his good side. Since the infection ear was so swollen, in between takes, he had to go lie down to rest from the pain. That sucks.
So I was looking up when I was looking up the film, I was looking at stills from it, and you could only see him from his right side for a majority of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you actually see the ear at all?
Nah, not that I saw. I would have to watch the whole movie, but from the stills, you only catch him from here, essentially.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
So number four was the movie The Tall Men. It was done by CinemaScope. IMDb of 6.7 out of 10. It grossed 12 million. The creators were director Raoul Walsh, who did The Thief of Baghdad and Yellow Ticket. Writers was Sidney Boehm, Frank Nugent, Heck Allen. It's about two brothers discharged from the Confederate Army, join a businessman for a cattle drive from Texas to Montana. Kind of word is Montana.
I like it, dude. Montana,
where they run into raiding Jayhawkers, angry Sioux, rough terrain, and bad weather. starred Clark Gable. No, I know that name. Jane
Mhm.
Russell, Robert Ryan, Cameron Mitchell. Fun fact is that it was reported that Clark Gable, who described himself as 6'2", wore lifts to look taller than his 6'4" co-star Robert Ryan in several scenes. Gable also stood on a box to look taller than Ryan when they first see the Jayhawkers. Now, that's not actually uncommon, because I do know with the Hobbits in Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson had everybody to stand on stilts or boxes when they were next to the Hobbits to make them look smaller.
Mm-hmm. You're right. This was like one of the first like knowings of this actually going on, especially with somebody such as Clark Gable, such a presence on the movie screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. I mean, you can see it often now, with Tom Cruise and other people, who, when you really think about all of our actors, a lot of them are really short people.
Yeah.
Shorter than the average person. So it's interesting.
Yeah. So it looks like the last of the top 5 is The Catch a Thief, done by Paramount, scored an IMDb score of 7.4 out of 10, and it grossed $9 million. It's done by director Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously, if you don't know who he is, shame on you. But also, I didn't know the number 1 song from last week, so I'll take it. He was Psycho. He wasn't Psycho, but he directed Psycho, Vertigo, and The Birds. The writers were John Hayes, David Dodge, and Alex Copel. It's about American expatriate John Robbie, living in high style on the Riviera, is a retired cat burglar. He must find out who a copycat is to keep a new wave of jewel thieves from being pinned on him. High on the list of prime victims is Jesse Stevens in Europe to help daughter Frances find a suitable husband. It starred Cary Grant, Grace Kelly, Jesse Royce, Landis, John Williams, probably not the composer.
No.
Fun fact is Cary Grant had announced his retirement from acting in February 1953. Starting that, since the rise of method actors like Marlon Brando, most people were no longer interested in seeing him. If anybody doesn't know what a method actor is, it is somebody who goes to extreme lengths to get into character. A perfect example is in the movie Fury. You have Shia LaBeouf, whose character didn't have a tooth. Well, Shia LaBeouf actually pulled out his tooth. That is method acting. You also have method acting as far as Christian Bale goes, who was started in the movie of The Mechanist, who dropped like over 100 and some pounds to look extremely skinny, as if he hasn't eaten in months. Then right after that, he then became starred in another film. Don't remember the name, but he gained over 200 pounds. That is method acting.
Vice, wasn't it Veep or Vice President or whatever?
He gained, well,
wasn't
Mechanist,
it that the role?
Well, Mechanist,
did he gain the money, or wait,
he gained a lot of those weight, lot of the weight, yeah. But in the Mechanist, that was early 2000s.
Okay,
yeah. Vice came out in early 20. What was it? 20. I want to say between 2019 and 2021.
Was it really that long or that short ago?
I thought so. It could be 2018.
You're probably right. Yeah,
it could be 2018.
Okay.
Anyways, he would let's see. He was also angry at the way Sir Charles Chaplin had been treated by the HUAC. He was lured out of his retirement to make this movie, and thereafter continued acting for a further 11 years.
Fair enough. Thank you, Cary Grant.
I didn't know that Alfred Hitchcock, okay, so I knew that he did films like what's the one with the airplane? It's like The Man is on the Run type deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't remember.
So I do know that one. I know that he did a movie where, unless if it's the same movie where they escape and go to Egypt, is another one.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that movie as well. But majority of the time, he was a horror director.
Correct. Yep. Like Psycho and Vertigo and The Birds and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. All classics. 100%. Great movies.
Have the 4K version of all of his movies.
Do you really?
Yeah. So Best Buy, Walmart, they have the package set of The Birds, Vertigo, Psycho, and Rear Window. Okay. All in a 4-pack, 4K and digital as well.
All in one disc?
Not one disc, but four separate discs. Yeah.
That's nice. That's awesome.
So,
you an Alfred Hitchcock fan there, Ro?
Nope.
No,
Didn't know who that was.
you don't know who Alfred Hitchcock is? Oh my gosh! Wow,
Dude,
we about to tangle asses, bro. You better get powdered up, brother. We're gonna tangle asses.
there's so many movies, dude, that you're missing out on that we just need to catch you up on.
I never seen The Crow. I never seen Psycho. I never seen
Star Wars.
Okay, I've seen some Star Wars.
What do you watch?
I'm Marvel. I do Marvel.
What did you do
DC.
before Marvel?
Hancock.
Hancock's a great movie. I like Hancock.
Yeah.
That's a fun movie.
I don't know. I'm pretty random when it comes to movies. Like, I'll pretty much watch anything, but I was never into the old, I guess, cinematic movies. I was always like with the times. So
it's an acquired taste.
Why. Yeah,
that's for sure.
But like, I have been watching like some old films, like because I didn't watch Boys in the Hood till this year. I didn't watch
that's
some other movies.
That's surprising.
So this year, yeah.
Wow.
So like, and that's just because like, I don't know. I never like, I guess, felt to watch it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some of the older movies this year and
Shaft
and see if I like them. Never seen it. I've seen the newer one.
I've never seen Shaft either. But Boys in the Hood is a really good movie.
Yeah, we got to talk, bro. We're gonna have to make a list, and we're gonna have to make a list.
No, I'm saying
Rose top 100. We're gonna have to make a list and have you roll down.
Me and my girl. That's what we've been doing. Like, she's been telling me some movies that she's seen, and like if like I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Some of them I just won't want to watch, but for the most part, like I'll watch them. Like if I have a good list, I'll watch the trailer and then be like, I'll give it a shot.
So here's the thing to roll out the show. What we will do is on the next episode, we will create a list for Ro. And you guys down below in the comment section, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and comment down below to say which movie Ro should, of course, watch. In the meantime,
and then I'll come back on and tell you what movie I watched and like what I thought about it.
Yeah, short discussion. I like that.
Yeah.
Just be ready for a Santa Claus fucking list, dude.
Okay. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wrangle.
Checking it, lice.
Tangle asses, anything like that. So I'll fucking watch them. Anything not to tangle asses.
We'll hold you to that. I'll get slapped in a tortilla, and then of course you'll watch the movies. But with that in mind, we can't thank you guys enough for watching or listening. If you're on, of course, podcast streaming, if you're not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Follow us on all social platforms, and we'll see you next month as we discuss one of the two. Is it either 1985 or is it 2002? Be on the lookout. Bye.
Wakanda forever.